Hey Doctor Who fans, a classic villain returns to fight a Cold War with Game of Thrones or Davos, and a possible takeover for Mark Gatiss as Doctor Who showrunner in 2015. There's so many awesome things about this episode: Liam Cunningham, David Warner, Ice Warriors, but make sure you stick around because at the end of the video, I'll be talking about Mark Gatiss's potential Series 9 takeover. You've clicked on my video, now Martian law decrees that I must entertain you. The Ice Warriors and the Doctor go way, way back to the second Doctor.
What is that, gas? Could be gas.
The working title of the episode was actually Das Boot. Sounds like steam escaping. Boop. The first 3 episodes of Series 7B have really put Clara through TARDIS school, and this is the first episode to put her in any real physical danger. Spoiler alert, she passed with flying colors.
The Firebird stands ready to serve the motherland.
Of all the actors Stephen Moffat could have chosen to play the Russian captain, Sir Davos is obviously the most seaworthy. High five to Stephen Moffat. I wonder if they eat a lot of onions on that boat. Boop. Even though Skaldak is the threat, David Warner is the one that steals the show as the new wave obsessed professor. Will you please just tell me if Ultravox breaks up? Raise your hand if you went online to search Ultravox after this episode. Boop. Spoiler alert, they do. And then they get back together a few years later. Something smells like a soldier.
An ice warrior. Explain.
There isn't time.
Even though there's been a lot of classic Doctor Who Ice Warriors and the Waters of Mars, none of those stories directly relate to Grand Marshal Skaldak's backstory, so you don't need to see those to understand him in this episode. The Doctor does say that he and Skaldak go way, way back though. The Doctor and Skaldak must be like Eskimo buddies. That's like when you sleep with the same. Boop. Here's a Doctor Who quiz for you. A submarine is traveling at 60 knots towards a TARDIS at the South Pole. The TARDIS travels forward at 3/4 the normal rate of time. When will the submarine reach the TARDIS?
Oh, Doctor.
After the events of this episode, I think we'll be seeing a lot more of the Ice Warriors, especially if Mark Gatiss takes over as showrunner. Boop. There have been a lot of rumors about Matt Smith and Stephen Moffat leaving the show after the Christmas special this year. Bullshit. Jenna-Louise Coleman is confirmed as the companion through Series 8, and there's no way they would switch creative teams right after introducing a new companion. Christopher Eccleston for the win. Boop. If anything goes down, I think it's going to happen in 2015 during Series 9. It would make a lot more sense for Matt Smith and Stephen Moffat to leave at the same time, leaving the way for a new creative team to completely change the tone of the show. That's a whole lot of maybes. There are a number of people that could take over on Doctor Who and do an awesome job, but if the Cold War episode is any indicator, Mark Gatiss would be amazing as showrunner.
Ultravox, do they split up?
Write below in the comments who you think is going to take over for Stephen Moffat as showrunner and who you think the new Doctor should be. Are they going to bring in a female Doctor for number 12? That would be awesome. Write about that too. A lady Doctor would be so awesome. The line for a companion audition starts right behind me. Boop. There's actually a lot of evidence that Stephen Moffat is leaving the show in the next couple years. 2 executive producers have already left the show. They're actively looking for replacements. And Matt Smith's movie career is really starting to take off. His next big movie is Ryan Gosling's directorial debut in How to Catch a Monster. Write below in the comments what you think is going to happen. Boop. The Catching Fire trailer is here and a new episode of Game of Thrones. Be sure to subscribe to get all those videos and leave me comments, which I will then answer. I love nerding out with you guys. I'll be posting both of those videos on Monday. I'm really excited for the episode this week. It's called Walk of Punishment, and it features scenes between the Queen of Thorns and Tywin Lannister. They're the 2 most badass characters on the show right now.
I don't care what people believe, and neither do you.
As an authority on myself, I must disagree.
It's also the first episode directed by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. So remember, Game of Thrones, Catching Fire on Monday, Friday, new movie episode, then Sunday, next episode of Doctor Who called Hyde. In the meantime, you can click here to watch more of my Doctor Who from this season, and here to watch more of my Game of Thrones from this season. Remember to watch those videos, leave me comments, I will answer them. I'll see you on Monday for Catching Fire. Bye!